They're live on 3. So let's pick up the. There we go, got a good one.
What I want to share with you right now is strategies to sell your property. Time is money, and the more it sits on the market, the more it costs you. And the strategy is to do the simultaneous approach. You see, a lot of times people would finish their property as far as doing a settlement or renovating it, and then they launch one strategy at a time. And I can tell you that that's not the most effective way to do so. I recommend a simultaneous strategy approach, one where you're selling it as well as renting it at the same time, marketing it, of course, to see if you can get a buyer or a renter at the same time. Now, let me give you an example. Let's say you listed your property for sale, and for 6 months, no offers, or whatever reason you just couldn't find a buyer. Then you decide that you need to rent the property out. Well, you wasted 6 months, while at the same time, you could have been renting it or advertising it for rent. You see, by using a simultaneous approach, you've launched two methods of getting rid of your property. One is a for sale and one is a for rent. And by doing so, you open it up for more options for yourself. And maybe you may want to lean on one strategy than another based on your investment objectives and goals. But at least here, you're condensing time. And that's what it's all about, is putting out there as many opportunities as possible for yourself to unload the property. Because if you just keep hanging on to that property and it's collecting nothing but mortgage payments and risks and liabilities, you're going to be wasting a lot of money. So when you go out there and you have a property and you're looking to sell it, do a simultaneous approach. We call it double track marketing, we call it simultaneous strategy, but have it listed for sale as well as for rent. Other options that you can do to increase your probability of unloading your property is get creative. Offer owner financing. Offer lease options. Offer any incentive that you think somebody may want to do the deal with you. Because at the end of the day, no matter what strategy you use, it comes down to people. And it comes down to striking a deal that makes sense for you as well as for the end buyer. And if you are creative and you're flexible, you're always going to be able to sell your property no matter what market. I've even, as far as renting out a property, rented out per room. I don't really recommend it, but the property that I had was in an turning market and the neighborhood was not so great. And we couldn't even rent the whole house out together at the price that we wanted, so we decided to rent per room. And it actually worked out great because we were near university and students would rent out the rooms one at a time and we were able to fill that whole place up. So we thought creatively, we were flexible, and we just didn't sit on one strategy. So if you want to sell a property, be open, be flexible, and use a simultaneous approach, because by condensing time, you can move on to other strategies rather than just doing a sequential approach, which is trying to sell it, trying to rent it, trying to get creative. All that is time, and time costs money. So do that, and you'll be able to get a great return on your investment.
That's 4 minutes.
Is that too short?
Well,
Oh, you need my phone?
no, that's all right.
Okay.
I'll do one more. Or?
Okay, what else is in here? Buying techniques. Lease option is really covered in the 21 videos that I
Right.
made. Trust, you're going to talk about. What is this put mortgage? What is?
Private mortgage.
No, private mortgage? Okay. How about I talk about raising money?
Okay.
Okay.
Are you still on here?
I want you to stop that and start it.
No, you're still on here.
Yeah, but you want to stop it and then start it so you'll know it's